to y'all. What y'all doing today, baby? Our Lawman's here.
From the bayou to the big stage, talking LSU Tigers, the Saints and those Cowboys. It's loud, it's Cajun, it's football season year-round with Coach and Red. This is Boudin and Crackling Sports Talk.
Welcome to Boudin and Crackling Talk, baby. Hey, I'm Coach. That's Red. Hey, Red, let's get into these NBA Finals, baby.
Coach, Knicks had game one. Went ahead and stole it from the Spurs.
Hold on. They stole it? Did they steal it? Did they earn it? Because look, I know you a Knicks fan. I'm a Spurs, I ain't going to say fan, but I'm thinking the Spurs going to win. But I don't really feel like they stole it.
Well, Spurs had a big lead mostly through that game, right?
Well, it was up and down. The lead kind of went up and down.
At one point, they had a 14-point
That's
lead
correct.
in
That's
the second
correct.
half.
They had two different double-digit leads.
Right.
One early, like one in the second quarter, and one toward the middle of the third, end of the third quarter.
Right. Then Brunson took over.
Brunson did take over. Look. Just so it's duly noted, I give credit where it's due. In our last little episode, Red said the Knicks were going to win the series because they had the best closer of both teams. They had Brunson. After game one, so far, Red, you're right.
Right.
So far, you're right. But there's probably at least 3 more games to go.
Small sample.
Small sample size, but hey, still a sample. I'm going to say this. My perception of the game, that was an old saying, 3-4 years ago, where every player, when they do an interview, it's a make or miss league. It's a make or miss league. I'm going to be honest with you. To me, the Knicks got up about 7 in like the first 5 or 6 minutes of the game. The Spurs came all the way back in the first quarter and took like a double-digit lead.
Yeah.
Then the Knicks came all the way back and tied it up or came very close to it. Then the Spurs pushed it back up to 14. Then the Knicks went back up. Then the Spurs cut it back down. And then the Knicks went all the way back up 10 at the end. Now, a lot of that was free throws. You want to know the truth? I think a lot of that was just where shots going in. I mean, really and truly, listen, I know a basketball coach one time that said when shots go in, you look like an offensive genius.
Yes.
When shots go in, you look like an offensive genius.
How many shots did Wemby make from the field?
Look,
like 3?
Wemby was like 6 out of 21.
Yeah, something like that.
Wemby was like 6 out of 21. He took 10 3-pointers. All right, Wemby shot terrible. With Fox. Fox shot terrible. I mean, he was like 2 out of 13 or something. It was terrible, whatever it was. He looked terrible. This is what I'm going to say about Wemby. Now, we build him up because he's 7'19", and, well, he's pretty close to it. Something like that. A Stretch Armstrong, Stretch Man, or whatever from, what is it, Fantastics or whatever?
Yeah.
The Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
The Fantastic Four, that's what he's like, Stretch Man or whatever it is. But he's 7'4" or 5", depending on what you want to go by. And he's shooting all these threes. Which, listen, it makes him different than he can shoot these threes. But to me, there's a difference of being able to shoot them threes and settling for them threes. That's a big difference.
When I noticed it when the announcer started saying that he needed to get the ball at the elbow. Because when he did get the ball at the elbow of the lane, he made a shot. Settling for all those threes, that's what the Knicks were wanting.
Absolutely. You know what? It ain't just the Knicks. It's what everybody wants. If they can keep Wemby at the 3-point line shooting threes, look, he can shoot for a, let's put it in perspective. For a 7'4", 7'5" guy, he's a very good 3-point shooter. But he ain't Steph Curry.
Right. He's not.
He ain't Steph Curry.
He's not Lillard. He's not Klay Thompson.
When it's all said and done, he's special because he has that size and some perimeter ability. But let's not confuse it. He's not a point guard. All right? What I watched was over and over, he would come down and stand 3 feet, 4 feet outside the 3-point line with his hands like this. All right? And basically wouldn't move a whole lot. That was his offense. Look, anybody in the NBA will take that. Hey, you stay out there, we're good. There's no way the Spurs offense should start with Wemby 30 feet from the basket and also end 30 feet from the basket. At some point, if he don't have the ball, he got to get inside, right?
Right.
He's got to get inside. I mean, that's
Got to be some motion to it.
you have to have plan B. You have to have plan B. It can't just be plan A. Listen, do you know how hard it is, how much skill it takes to get 35 footers off in basketball?
Not much.
None. I can still get them off. You know why people let you? There ain't but one person they don't let shoot 35 footers. Steph Curry. Other than that, guess what everybody says? Shoot them. You know why? Because you ain't going to make them. Oh, you might make one every now and then, but you're not going to make them at a good percentage. It takes zero skill to jack up 35 footers. Get your little scrawny butt in there and bang with people. You're 400 foot tall. Use it.
On the other hand, Cat did have a double-double.
Listen, Cat looked good. Cat did his job. Here's the question. Can Cat do that every game? You know, Cat been known to have some of them disappearing acts.
Right.
He been known to have some of them. I don't think Wemby is going to be very happy with himself. Just from, you know, his interviews in the past and the way he acts, he has responded every time. When Oklahoma City took a lead on him, they responded. Every time they have been challenged, he has responded. I expect him to respond. The thing to me is, you know, in the last series, Oklahoma City put Hartenstein in there a lot. And when you have Hartenstein in the game, Hartenstein is not a big perimeter threat. So when he's in the game, if he goes out to the perimeter, it's probably to set screens. When he goes out to the perimeter, guess what Wemby did defensively? Hang out under the basket.
Yeah.
Guess what Wemby can do hanging out under the basket defensively?
Block a lot of shots.
He throw that stuff in the bleachers. Get that crap out of here, man. Get that shot out of here. I'm just telling you. But guess what? When you got guys like Cat out there, Cat can shoot a little bit.
Yep.
So what does that do to Wemby defensively?
He's got to come out.
It brings him out. Guess what that does to the basket?
Leaves it open.
It opens it up for layups and other inside work. All of those are the pieces to the puzzle of basketball that the average person doesn't understand. I don't know if that makes me an average person or unaverage or whatever it is, but you know, I'm just telling you, that's the stuff that makes smart basketball players different. It makes them different.
There's two other stats for the Knicks that I thought made a big difference. One is Josh Hart had 15 rebounds.
Josh Hart, hey, by the way.
And only had like 5 points or 4 points or something like that.
By the way, let me stop you right there. You know, for the most part, we are regional sports talk, right?
Right.
We base our stuff out of Louisiana, and it will even go a little bit of Texas and the South and all that kind of stuff. Where did he play ball? Where did Hart play ball at last?
The Pelicans.
The Pelicans.
And
When Brunson went out the game because he hurt his knee, who came in for him?
The little
Alvarado.
Yeah, Alvarado.
Where did Hart and Alvarado come from?
New Orleans.
The Pelicans. So I was watching earlier this year, and McCollum was playing pretty deep into the playoffs, and you got Ingram was playing pretty deep into the playoffs, and you got Hart and Alvarado still playing. So this is off subject, and maybe we'll get into this in a different program. But why the heck couldn't we win with them? Huh, Pelicans? Why couldn't we win with them? Everybody else can win with them. Huh? Basically, it was those guys and Zion. Zion? What?
Zion's kind of had his mind on one cake or another.
Look, I'm going to tell y'all something about Zion. We're going to have to all get together and put some money in him for him to go to a psychiatrist. You want me to tell you why? Way back last year, we gave up another draft pick, and we had 2 first rounders. Do you remember who we picked?
No.
With that second pick, we got Derek Queen from Maryland, a semi-center. Derek Queen. But do you know why that's going to make Zion have to have some psychological help?
Thinking. Dairy Queen.
Absolutely, he thought it was Dairy Queen. The boy thought he was getting blizzards for life. The boy thought he was getting blizzards for life. That ain't right. That ain't right.
Chocolate extreme ones, right?
Them Oreo blizzards with a little M&M with the Reese's Pieces cups on top. That's what I heard he liked. I'm just telling y'all. Well, look, we didn't do Zion right. We did not do Zion right by doing that. I'm just saying, hey Zion, I apologize. I apologize that they fooled you like that. They hit you with the old switcheroo, like they pulled the rug out from under you. I'm just telling you. But anyhow, I digress. Back to the NBA Finals. I'm going to tell you who I think. Now listen, Brunson did Brunson. All right. To me, OG Anunoby and those shots he hit in the second half were huge. He hit them at times that the Knicks needed some baskets.
Yes.
And he hit some timely, clutch baskets for the Knicks. To me, he's kind of that unsung hero.
He had 12 points in the fourth quarter. So
Hey, listen, when you hit 12 points in the fourth quarter, that's kind of clutch. When you do it for New York, who ain't been to the NBA Finals in 27 years, and you do it on the road, that's clutch.
they only had one turnover in the whole second half.
You know who else is clutch, Red? Big Shot Bob. Big Shot Bob. If you know, you know, right? Robert Horry. Hi-ya, baby. I'm just telling you. So what's going to happen in game two? What's going to happen in game two?
I think the Spurs are going to win game 2.
You think Wemby going to respond?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a mad friend.
Is it going to be a San Antonio response, or they going to step up, or is New York going to have a letdown and say, hey, we got one, that's all we really wanted?
I don't think New York's going to let down. I just think Wemby's going to be that pissed and take it out on them.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. If you're 22 years old and you can actually come out and answer that bell on this stage, maybe he is what everybody says he is.
Yeah.
You know, realistically.
I don't think he has two bad nights in a row.
I agree. Oh, I definitely agree with that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you. You know, I never believe. You know, sometimes in sports when somebody's on a big run and they lose a game and they say, "Oh, that was a good loss. It's gonna teach us," or whatever. I don't think that's a good loss, but that loss might be the spark that lets him know, hey, ain't nobody here to play with you, brother.
Yeah.
Winning championships ain't easy at any level. So if you want it, you're going to have to bring everything you got. You're going to have to get in there and beat and bang, and you can't just settle for 35-footers. That's what old guys do. Hey, you don't believe me? Go to your local rec center. Go to your local rec center and watch what the 40-year-olds are shooting.
Pick and pop.
Hey, pick and pop, baby. Right there. Ain't none of them cutting to the hole. Ain't none of them driving to the hole and getting hit and falling down and all that kind of thing. Ain't nobody doing all that stuff. All right? I'm just telling you. They are pick and pop and jack it up. You know why? We don't want that contact. Because when you get old, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts a little more. But anyhow, so I agree with you. I think the Spurs are going to take game 2. But I thought they were going to take game 1. What I know? What I know? Evidently nothing. Evidently nothing. So anyhow, look ahead. Hey, stay tuned. More Boudin and Crackling.
You can also find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, TikTok. Email the show at boudinandcracklinsports@gmail.com.
When we come back, baby. If we doing individual segments, I probably shouldn't have ended it like that, huh?
No.
I was thinking that as I was saying it, but it was too late. I was into it. Yeah, I was already into it. I couldn't stop there.
Oh, well.
Maybe you can cut it right after I say, stay tuned for more Boudin and Crackling Sports, and you can cut it right there.
Yeah.
That wasn't terrible.
No. You want to go hit stop real quick?
Yeah, how you do that? Let me just throw it.